Hello everybody, thank you for coming to see me today. I'm going to read you some stories about cats and other animals, but before we start, would you like a cup of tea? I've poured you one out. Now I'd like to introduce you to Missy. She's one of our cats. If you come and see me again someday, you may meet the others, but this is Missy. She's really pretty and she's a lovely cat, and if you don't have any of your own, you're more than welcome to share with ours. There you are. Now for our story. Turning her head from side to side, looking into the wonderful gilt mirror that hung in the throne room, huge blue eyes blinking as the sunlight caught the jewels in her collar, Princess Miss Ing just couldn't help thinking how beautiful and how lucky she was. She was a very special kind of cat called a Snowshoe, and as well as her wonderful eyes, she had a delicate white V-shaped mark on her nose, which contrasted against the soft greys of the rest of her fur. On her feet she had little white socks that looked as though her feet had been dipped in snow. Since she had come to the palace, she had always worn a sparkling pink collar set with pretend jewels. Now then, I'm sure that you're thinking that any cat living in a palace should have real jewels around her neck. But as you will hear, the king and queen who ruled the land were wonderful people who cared about their kingdom, and they would never have wasted money on real jewels just in case the collar was lost. I have to say though that even if you looked closely, you wouldn't have thought that the collar was anything but wonderful, and Princess Miss Ing was more than satisfied with it. The telephone number of the palace was engraved on a silver-coloured disc, and there was a tiny bell so that she could be heard if ever she got lost. Both very useful, as you will find out. Princess Miss Ing had not always been of the royal family. When she was first brought to live in the palace, she had been known as Missy, just like my cat is. Everyone had been very kind to her, and now she sometimes found it hard to believe that she hadn't lived there all of her life. But this was not the case. This is the story of how she came to be living in the palace and how she got her name. Missy, as you have heard, was a very beautiful cat who had lived with an old lady in a very quiet house with no other cats to play with. The old lady was always so worried that Missy would get lost that she kept her indoors. It was warm and cosy, and there were always treats and a kind lap to curl up on. But Missy could not help spending much of her time sitting on the window ledge, looking out at the small paved area that backed onto the house. Occasionally she saw a bird fly down and sit on the wall. Butterflies would land on the buddleia that grew in the spot of sunshine that found its way into the enclosed area, and sometimes the large ginger cat from next door would come into the yard. He frightened Missy. He was big and his face was scarred from his many battles. "Baby Missy can't come out, baby Missy can't come out." He would taunt her often, and although Missy longed to feel the sunshine on her face and perhaps even chase the butterflies, she felt safe indoors with the old lady. Missy had a sweet, gentle nature, and she just couldn't understand why someone would be so horrid as the ginger cat was. And I imagine that you are thinking just the same. The days went by, and Missy began to notice that her friend the old lady had started to get mail that made her very happy when she saw the letters with such brightly coloured stamps arrive on the doormat. "They're from my daughter," she would tell Missy. "She has been living abroad, teaching at a school for girls, and now she has come home and wants me to go and live with her. She has a wonderful apartment on the edge of the city, and I would dearly love to spend my days with her family. I could see my grandchildren every day and take them to the park. The only thing is that there are no pets allowed where she lives." Missy gulped. Although the old lady knew that Missy listened to her when she spoke and often meowed in response, she didn't know that Missy could understand every word she said. The old lady wasn't to blame, as not many humans do know that cats can understand them. It's a very easy mistake to make. If a cat belongs to your family or to any of your friends, you will know that they have a special meow when they want to come in, and a different one when they want to say hello, and another one when they are hungry. You will also know if you've had anything to do with cats, that they're magicians. They can make themselves disappear when they have to go to the vets or to the cattery when we go on holiday. We understand them, so why ever should they not understand us? However, it is very important to mention that, like people, some cats have a lot more chatter than others. I really hope that you enjoyed my story, and perhaps if you'd like to hear any more about Princess Miss Ing and her friends, you'll listen again. Do come back and see me. Thank you. Bye bye.